What's going on, everybody? Hey, so I'm a huge Marvel fan. So follow my boy Cosmic Wonder. He gives us all the scoops on what's going on in Marvel land. Um, yeah, right now everybody take a look, and apparently is a new MCU X-Men team cast and Marvel Studios X-Men Wolverine plan. So I'm excited to see this. I don't know what to expect. A lot of a lot of things are moving right now, especially for the mutant saga, right? So we'll see what happens. All right, so let's see. Let's check this out. Again, go and follow my boy Cosmic Wonder. Let's get it.
Marvel is making moves with the X-Men in the MCU, and we're not just talking about before Avengers Doomsday, before Avengers Secret Wars and the Multiverse Saga, but after as well. Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, has already confirmed that the next era, that's what he called it, era we're going into is the mutant era, the era of the X-Men. He said those terms are used interchangeably to him, the X-Men and the mutants.
I fucking hate those costumes. Those suits are horrible. If they better not go, look, I'm telling you right now, they better do it right. All right, they better do it right. They have a lot to live for, but now you don't understand. Kevin Feige did start X-Men, like remember his first project was X-Men back in 2000. So I know he's gonna do right about this. Let's just hopefully.
You know he has really big plans for the mutants in the MCU before Avengers Secret Wars and in Avengers Secret Wars, but they are also working on a new X-Men film as we speak. It is in development right now at Marvel Studios, and today we have some news about some really big name actors joining.
Those suits are pretty dope. Those are pretty dope. Have Wolverine wear the suit too.
In the MCU about playing some possible huge roles. And it looks like Marvel Studios has made up their mind about Wolverine in the MCU. And no, I am not talking about Hugh Jackman, but I'm talking about a new Wolverine. Although there is some potential for a pretty big role for Hugh Jackman's Wolverine that we'll talk about in this video as well. And to top it all off, we have some Spider-Man 4 news as well. We're diving into all of this in this video. Now, possibly some of the biggest news that we have heard over the past couple of days is that Sadie Sink is the front runner to play Jean Grey in the MCU. Now, you might have heard this.
Are you guys feeling that? I mean, she has red hair. I mean, well, I don't know. They can make pretty much anybody look apart. So, give it a shot.
News over the past couple of days, but let me tell you what this really means. Because this has some
that looks like Jean Grey.
serious implications about what Marvel Studios is planning for their first X-Men team in the MCU. The new one, that is. Both the new X-Men team and the new MCU after Secret Wars. Now, for starters, she is a very talented actress. Most people know her from Stranger Things, The Whale, or Dear Zoe. She's talented. She has the look of Jean Grey because she has red hair, but she does look very young, which I believe is actually a huge point here. This could imply that we truly are going to get an X-Men Origins story, and I know I hate to phrase it that way because of X-Men Origins Wolverine, but basically we could get an origin story for the first group of X-Men, and I am talking about First Class. Now, Sadie Sink is 22 years old right now, and by the time the X-Men movie debuts, she's going to be in her mid-20s, but still she can pull off a relatively young look, which is crucial because most of the X-Men when they joined Professor Xavier were pretty young. For example, Bobby, aka Iceman, was 16, Cyclops was also 16, with most around this age. So that means that our X-Men First Class team, hopefully being pretty similar to the First Class team in the comics, which would be Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, Warren Worthington III, aka Angel, Hank McCoy, aka Beast, Jean Grey, who was Marvel Girl at the time, and Bobby Drake, aka Iceman. And of course, Charles Xavier. Others would join along the way, such as Polaris, Havoc, and others, before a new X-Men team would be formed. But if we're going to go the route of Cyclops and Jean Grey in the MCU, which I totally think we should, Cyclops needs to be explored a lot more than he was in the previous films, then having them come in very early, some of them, like Jean, just kids, then Sadie is a pretty dang good choice for Jean Grey. And again, since this report coming from Jeff Snyder over at the InSnyder, and he's had a very good track record in the last few days alone, since this report is telling us that she is the front runner, it most likely means they're going to look for other people around her age. And most likely other actors who could kind of look rather young, but also look like adults at the same time, because I'm sure they're going to show us various points of time. It also makes sense because, yeah, the X-Men are the future of the MCU. It makes sense to start young and get actors who could stay on for a really long time, 15 plus years. Hell, maybe even longer. Look at Hugh Jackman. Look at how long he has been playing Wolverine for, since the year 2000. And Tobey Maguire's not too far off from him since 2002. So getting young actors seems to imply that they're going to be starting in the MCU at the very beginning. Which means a young Professor Xavier as well. Well, relatively young, maybe his mid-30s. But that is actually what ropes in our new Wolverine and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine to be a part of the new team. In another report about the X-Men from Jeff Snyder, he states that the X-Men reboot will feature a new version of Wolverine. And an idea is that maybe Hugh Jackman is going to stick around and guide the main 616 Logan through his memory loss, in which I think that is a great idea, because if you caught a video I did last week when talking about Hugh Jackman's future in the MCU, because it's basically all but confirmed at this point in time that he is sticking around even after Avengers Secret Wars, pretty much like Deadpool said, till he's 90, then you caught me stating that I think he would actually be a really great mentor to the new X-Men team, and it really would be kind of a full circle moment for Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, but specifically the variant of Wolverine that we got in Deadpool and Wolverine, the one who let down his X-Men team. So full circle moment it could be for him if he let down his entire X-Men team, but it goes on, one, he saved the multiverse in Deadpool and Wolverine, but two, goes on to help the new X-Men team essentially grow and become the X-Men, while at the same time specifically mentoring the younger Wolverine, who is going to be the 616 variant. It also gives him a chance to be a mentor to Charles Xavier, in which normally we see the reverse, Professor Xavier looking after Logan. So a lot of really cool possibilities that they could do here with the X-Men. And speaking of really cool possibilities, we have some multiversal possibilities for Spider-Man 4, or at least an actor who might appear in Spider-Man 4, because according to Daniel RPK, Anya Taylor-Joy is reportedly being eyed for a role in Spider-Man 4. Now, we've heard a lot about Black Cat possibly showing up in Spider-Man 4 and her being Peter Parker's new love interest, but more along the lines of the relationship really being between Spider-Man and Black Cat as they go about saving people and fighting crime. Yes, Black Cat does start off as a villain, but eventually her and Peter Parker date and they fight alongside each other. And what's interesting is that in the comics at one point in time they realized that their relationship had been built on trauma. Well, as far as trauma is concerned, right now, Peter Parker / Spider-Man definitely has been through some trauma. Losing Aunt May alone is just a ton of trauma, but then he lost literally everybody. Nobody knows who Peter Parker is thanks to Doctor Strange's spell. So that's a lot of trauma, and if we're gonna go the Black Cat story route, her father might end up dying. And again, trauma. Anya Taylor-Joy would actually, in my personal opinion, make a pretty dang good Black Cat. And she's been with Marvel before. She played Magic in the New Mutants movie. So the really cool possibility that could come from this is that in Avengers Secret Wars, not Doomsday, because remember Spider-Man 4 is coming out after Doomsday. So in Avengers Secret Wars, we could see Anya Taylor-Joy play Black Cat, and she also could play Ilyana Rasputin, aka Magic. Now I know a lot of people choose to ignore the New Mutants movie. We got that sort of at the end of the Fox universe there before they sold to Disney, but I actually really liked Anya Taylor-Joy as Magic, and I think it would be pretty cool to see her actually play Magic in the new MCU once we get past the reboot. But obviously if she's going to be in the next Spider-Man film, she's probably not going to join the MCU as Magic. But hey, we are in the multiverse saga, the mutants are coming, the Fantastic Four are about to arrive, Robert Downey Jr. is returning as Doom, the multiverse is about to shatter, anything is literally possible, and things are getting really, really exciting. So go ahead, let me know what you think about this news in the comments down below. Are you excited about this X-Men news and the possibility of Anya Taylor-Joy joining the MCU as Black Cat or not? Let us know down below. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out.
Hell Yeah, man, go and follow, subscribe to Cosmic Wonder, man. He be bringing the goods when it comes to Marvel news. Anything you guys want to know about Marvel? That's the guy. All right. Um, how are you guys? Are you guys excited about the new X-Men universe coming? Is coming soon. I am. I am. I think it's time, and start a new generation of X-Men. I think that'd be really dope to see. And now, like, if you follow Cosmic Wonder, right? He explained Kevin Feige. So Kevin Feige started X Men, like the like from Fox Universe, right? So now we can use all of them, which is dope. That's what he's always wanted. So now we could use them. Now we could do it the right way. So I'm super excited to see where this is going. Um, we need to make a round turn from what we've been putting out. All right, well, Marvel's been putting out crap. So, look, Cosmic Wonder, thank you guys for all this good news. I'm super excited. And let's just see what happens. All right, stay tuned. I will present you more with Marvel news. All right, this is Mikey, Mike with your latest reaction. If you enjoyed my reaction, hit the like button, share, subscribe. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers. I love what I do. Thank you guys for all you guys' support. Let's fucking go.